Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. So I told you that we have completed the syllabus, right? So it's time for revision. And, from 16th, we'll be having your exams. Okay, so I think it will be online mode only because I have not received the circular yet. But start studying. You should, I think, if its exam is from, I think 16th, from 16th, you have exam, right? So I think you should start prepping up from now on, start studying. Okay, they will get your timetable and everything you will get, so don't worry. So just for your information, for this like sessional exam, you will be only having module 1 only. But though we have completed uh, after you people are done with your exams, so what I will do that I'll give you presentation. Okay, so that will be presentation will serve as your assignment too. Okay, so I'll take few topics, okay, and then assign it to individual presentation, okay. So I'll be assigning it to you, and you people need to make a PPT on that topic and need to present. Okay, since our syllabus is over, so no need to waste our time. So I'll give this topic from basically related to this subject only, so that you are able to understand the thing. Okay, you get a deep idea also, and it's an like not a so much a tough topic, right? No, not so much technicality is involved in it. So I hope you can give presentation, isn't it? So from next class, I think, yeah, from next class, I mean, from next week after your exam, I'll give you assignments. That will be presentation. So one by one, you have to be present. So for today's class, I'll be like revising module 1 only. And let me tell you, for your examination point of view, please go through the SLM materials, not the PPTs. Okay, now PPTs, lots of things are not there. Okay, so please follow the SLM material, because their things are like everything is mentioned in detail there, and for the class purpose I have used the SLM only. So it's better if you follow the SLM. Okay, so let me just share and just explain you since the first. Okay? So I hope everyone can view my PDF. You can directly download from your tracking in your tracking. You can just log in and then you can just download it from there. Okay, so you don't have to every time, and I don't think I have to tell you how to download that file, because that will be downloaded as a PDF file only. So in that case, if you wish to use it, you can just directly go through it. Otherwise, every time you need to have internet connection to view the materials. So for this purpose, it's better you download the material. So coming to the first topic, so what we have discussed in IT governance was the question: what is governance, right? So we have asked you like, what do you mean by governance? Because our subject name is such, right? IT governance, risk, information security management system. So such a big name, right? So first, for that purpose, we have to first know what is a governance. So you can see we have discussed these terms like this definition: establishing chains of responsibility, authority, communication to empower people. So from here, from this definition, establishing chains of responsibility, authority, and communication to empower people, we can highlight four keywords are there, four important keywords. So if we want to remember what is governance, we can understand, like we can just have this keyword. It will be responsibility, authority, communication, and empowerment. Okay, so what does this responsibility word mean? In this governance part, what does this government what does responsibility mean? So responsibility is like normal thing, like it is you are hold and anyone is hold responsible, or being like responsible for anything. Like you are questionable, so you will be you are assigned a task. So you have the responsibility for that task, for carrying out the, suppose I'm giving you a present, I'll be giving you assignment, right? I'll be giving you individual presentation. So for that purpose, for your individual presentation, so you people are responsible for presenting the topic presenting the topic, right? So that is known as responsibility. Now, what is authority? So, since like authority, so you have the right to take decisions, right? Like about something, a strong point may be there. Okay, so like maybe you have done something, or like you have given your presentation or something. I'm like then you are having some important point. We are having a discussion. So you have the authority to take the decision also. So like suppose the concepts you are making us understand, if something is not clear, then someone may be there that no, it is not correct. So it is like taking decision, right? Whether you are correct or whether you are wrong. Then communication, ultimately that means when you are presenting, okay, you are presenting something. When you are presenting something, what you are giving some information, right? You are you are passing information. So that is known as communication. And last is empowering or empowerment, like it's giving power to take the action or decision. For example, we individuals have the empower, like we have the power to vote, right, to elect our leaders, right? You also, if you know small scale also, you think like in your classroom, I think in this university is not followed, but others, if the CR is chosen, right, they go for voting. Okay, everywhere it's like we go for voting in normal. We choose our political leader. So that is how, because we like individuals have the power to take action. Uh, we have the power to take the like we have the power to select our own leaders. Okay, so this is known as the governance. Okay, so we have to, suppose if you think of the political party also. So suppose we have now this US elections are going on. Okay, so this for presidential election. So someone, we need someone who will be responsible for his work, okay, or will be answerable for his work. Then authority, he has the right to take the authority also, and they present, and they will be conveying information, and the people will elect them. Okay, next. So you can see this mnemonic race. I told you about this several times also. So you have to remember this. Race is R for responsibility, A for authority, sorry, accountability, then C for communication, and E for empowerment. So it's not that you have to write the exact definition, but you can just write in this manner also. Okay. But you know, when anything is, I think I told you earlier this thing, when anything is written in double quotes, when in this definition is like will be defined in double quotes, you have to write the exact same line. So in that case, you cannot change it because someone has defined it. Okay, so then only we write it double quotes. Okay. Now, coming to the importance of okay, before coming to the different like importance of governance, we should know, or like how is IT governance different. Okay, so basically this IT governance, they have uh, two components. So first is known as the structural component, and the second is known as the process component. So the structural component, as you can see, it will be concerning with all the activities involved in the information technology. So what are the activities that are taken? What are the action work should be done? So what will be the, how will the object, how the objectives of the organization will be reached, or like you know, mapping the business objective with the like IT objectives. All this thing is done in the structural component, and in the process component, we make decision making rights are associated. So it will be, so if you can see, the process component will establish the decision-making rights associated with the IT, as well as the techniques and policies laid down to monitor and control the way IT decisions are made and carried out within the organization. So this decision-making thing is, if you, so you can see this decision-making thing is concerned with the process component, and structural component is concerned with the activities. Now, so these are the types of IT governance. So how this IT governance is different from the normal governance. Okay. I think I'm facing some network issue. Next, coming to the importance of IT governance. So, why this IT governance is required, how it is important, how it is useful for us. So, you can check if there is an IT governance in the IT companies, there is a not in IT companies in everywhere, like in any organizations with work with IT. So if these things are properly followed, that will mean running of a smooth environment, right? So you can get an idea of how smoothly are the internal processing working. So now you see in IT governance also I told you our class events are being monitored. We are not working in IT organization, but we are working in such a organizations where work has been done with the help of IT, right? We are using the information system technologies. So here after this, like how they are monitored, maybe we are like giving the ERP, we are like uploading the videos, and we may be giving the even using the Google. The Google Sheets for marking your attendance. So everything is done, right? So how the processes are going on. So if anyone wants to check in, they can just easily do it with the help of the IT governance. Like now, if they found that there is any problem with the thing now, the way the classes are conducted. So we are uploading the daily report, monthly report every. So if they go for checking the I nurture people or maybe the 82 people, what they will check whether this is working or not. So if they found any flaw, they will obviously modify. They will try to change their service, and they will try to upgrade it, right? So now also they will have to find the question at what is the like success of the of this time, like as as you know that due to pandemic, since everything has moved online, so as the whole process of education has been changed, not only education, be it IT sectors, like people started working from home. Before this, no one had thought that education could be done in this manner too. Right. So that is the thing. All this is done with the help. So everything needs to be monitored. Right. So you have to find the success rate before Google Classroom, like notes were shared. Now people are going for this online because this mainly this apps were was created for online video conferencing meetings only, right? But now this is going for what we are taking classes to. People are giving like we are going for faculty development, student development program. So all these things like now distance doesn't matter. Even like you can if you see if people go for some courses, it may be possible that live classroom is there because if you do courses in like if you go for any Udemy or like with Coursera courses, you will often find that the pre-recorded videos will be there, and you have to solve the assignment. You will just watch the video. But live classroom system is still not available. You never know if this thing continues. You can just pay when you pay for the courses. Then maybe you get experts help in the experts will take your class in live classroom. So from outside India also, it's not limited to the this region only, India only. So it will be from outside people also will can teach you, right? So in that case, distance won't matter. Okay, so we have some advantages also. So in today's world, you can see in-depth evaluation of system, information system is also necessary along with introspection of products and services. So obviously, if your products are working properly, you have to just verify that all your services are working properly or not. So that is why monitoring, reporting is done, right? So you have to think like our information system supporting the business process and the way of their working. So whatever now only you to think from the educational point of view, you can just think. So not the government, the companies have the right to think. Maybe this university, the call or the of our I nurture company also. So they can just think like whether this mode of teaching is working for the student or not, whether it is like the students are able to understand, whether their efficiency is decreased. So all these things they need to think of it because they are evaluating it. Okay, so and how adaptable are the system to changing requirements. Okay, so because many of people are not adaptable. So some people have the habit of like writing in their copy the notes, whatever the teacher teaches, they write in their copy. But I don't think that nowadays in such situation it's not possible for you people to like we go for the online classes. You need to write anything. You either the teachers share you with the PPTs or slides. I mean, share the slides or the any material, any study material. They will like provide you with the help of Google Classroom. Even we are having this tracking platform that we can just use this, right? So how this how so everyone can do that. Okay, so that is why we have to just evaluate the systems of how the system everything is going on. Now does business use the information that it owns a technical resource? So is the information accurate and sufficient? All these things needs to be evaluated in terms of this subject was so we are studying it now, but this subjects like introduced lots back because it has been used in company from the very beginning, right? IT governance and every people don't study it, but everyone is using it, right? Everyone like is aware of the system, but no one study these subjects in the detail. So you can just relate this subject to the real life experience, and in that case, you don't have to mug up the things. Just you can write it in your own words. Okay. Now, till this point, any confusion in the governance and the types of because it's just a revision and the importance of IT governance. Till this point, any confusion? Yes. No confusion. Any confusion? Sleeping. Okay. See, I know that subject is bit boring, but you can just like make it more interesting by like on like interacting, right? We can have an interacting session, and then we can just make it lots more interesting because all these things now we are facing. So this is also comes under IT governance. The system has been changed like 7 8 months back no one thought that we can go for like work from home like people are going and now you people will be at your home and you will be studying no one thought right you will be people used to like I think your parents only used to say don't use a mobile phone now looking at mobile phone is not good but now the things are changing the parents will give to new mobile phone for studying right so that is how it's working the entire situation has been changed due to this pandemic. So how much adaptable are we? So that's the thing. In IT governance, also same thing. The IT companies, like they they started working from home, like and since I think March, and they will continue to do that till December or next year. I'm not sure about it. Probably December they will do so. Now they have found that work, and it's not that it's not effective. It's IT companies have become more efficient. Right now, nowadays the physical concept because they don't have to waste their time on the travel because the people who stay in Bangalore they have to travel a lot to reach from the place of work to their home. It takes a lot of time, so that time can be saved and be utilized on their work. Okay, so these are the things that matters. Okay, so all these things come under the IT governance only. So you can see here the importance of IT governance are there. So you can see there are two types of operations are there that business operations and IT operations. So their IT operations should map with the business operation. Okay, so because yeah, I told you earlier that business IT strategy and business strategy with map, right? The objective, the IT strategy should be such that is taken up, that is made by the CIO, Chief Information Officer. They make the strategies in such a way, okay, so that that maps with the that benefits the business strategy too. Okay, then only the organization will flourish. So you can see here the business operations are there, IT operations and IT strategy and business strategies are there. So you have this business environment and you have this IT environment is there. Okay, so this business environment will have some business strategy and this IT environment will have the IT strategy. Now, what happens? This goals business strategy should be such that it's in accordance with the IT strategy. It should not be like exclusive of the IT strategy. And similarly, this IT strategy should be inclusive of the business strategy too. So you can see this business strategies, goals, and priorities are the IT strategies. You can see, and you can see IT strategies in it will give opportunities to the business strategies. Since you can see if the now you can see if with the help of IT only, IT strategies only, the classes are running. The people, the work did not stop. Right, you are able to study the student. Otherwise, you have things without. Without the classes, without the help of this IT, the how this organization or education organization they are earning money. You are now in fifth semester. You are have been graded up to fifth semester. That otherwise, if, in other situation, what happened was it did not have any IT plans, then probably you would be in fourth semester only, right? So, so for this purpose, your learning hasn't stopped. So this was done. This was introduced in the this IT strategy gives lots of opportunities to the like business strategy, right? And that is why its goal is and priorities is the IT strategy. So now this IT strategy will have IT operations, all the visions, the current situations of the IT operations, and then IT operations will give the IT changes and support needs will be given by the supports needs like whatever for the IT operations, whatever the money, because for everything money is required, right? Before, as you know, like when in the month of May only, I think Google Meet, what we use, like it only like employed. It was used only for 15 people. People used to go for Zoom, right? So Zoom also it was said that your data get leaked and later it got modified and updated. So people initially they used to use Zoom only, but now it has been changed and when Zoom has been upgraded itself. So lots of opportunities have come up with these things. So you can see everything is business and IT to mixed up together. So that is how the importance of IT governance comes in. Okay. So you can see here, governance helps process governance processes helps in enabling and strategizing, tying up the business objective with the IT. So now you can see that there is just wait. Okay. So you can in this diagram you can see how this business environment is aligned with the IT environment. But for this part, I for the monitoring part, we need a good governance. Okay, to work for it. So if you don't have a good governance, then it will not work properly. Someone needs to like monitor. Someone should be answerable to it. Someone should use it. Okay, so that is how it is helps in maintaining the balance. So you can go through these questions also. So you can just check the like we because many of us have the idea. So we have discussed these things lots of time because governance are management, though they sound same thing, but they are not, right? So you can see governance process will define the roles and responsibilities of the people, then authorization metrics for the roles. Okay, so whatever the roles is there, who are authorized for anything, then all the communication rules and target for a process, all these things are involved under this governance process. Okay, then management. So basically, management is process is set out as the output of the governance process, where governance process defines the management process. Okay, so implements the workflow defined in the governance process, and the management process also implements the correct measurement and control technique that provide practitioners the independence to carry out their roles and responsibilities without like due disruptions and impediments from the executing. So you can see, we can say that management is basically an outcome of governance. Okay, but governance defines the Well, rather all the other things, whether rules and responsibilities, authorizations, and everything. There is a difference. Okay, now just tell me. No confusion. Okay, just for your information, you will be having module one for your class sessional exam, first sessional exam, and Thursday I won't be taking your class because Thursday I'll be on leave. I'll be directly taking your class on Friday. Okay, just for information. Just wait, let me take that. So thank you everyone. So you all can leave.